Hello everybody, Houston here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night, and let's get started. So I shared a tweet last night about I'm going to make a video on altcoins and explain something to you guys. Most of these tokens and coins we already talked about, okay? Some I shared the forecasts, other just analysis. But I just want you guys to catch one thing. This is very, very important because it is about to happen, okay? So we always want to be first, not last, right? So you guys will have to practice your memory in this video because I want you guys to take a snapshot from the scenarios that we are talking about so you can compare or you can take notes or you can print the charts or save the charts and look by yourself on TradingView. Just please make sure to do your research, and that's all I want you guys to do. Okay, I want you guys to learn and pay attention, and yeah. So let's get started. Please forgive me. We already talked about XRP. There is nothing new on XRP. We talked about targets, etc., etc. What I want you guys to see is the correlation that we have across the whole market, excluding Bitcoin. Okay, so this is very, very important. It's the macro of the macro perspective. Okay, one thing is we zoom out a monthly chart. This is macro. Okay, but when you zoom out multiple things and then look up to all those things, that's the roof on macro stuff. Okay, it's the macro of the macro perspective, and it is such a great ability that with time all of you can develop. Okay, and it is fantastic. So XRP is about to go. We don't know exactly when. Please forgive me, folks. My throat's killing me. So it is about to go. It is not going to take long, but we do know the direction. Okay, so how it is going to happen at this point is not important. Okay, do you guys remember not long ago, and many times, I always was coming back to the Battle of Midway. Probably you guys remember this and the idea behind it. Okay, so basically what it is we have the beginning. Just a second, misclick. So we have the beginning, right? Then we have growth. Then we have the Battle of Midway. Then we have our destination. Okay, so this is the Battle of Midway, the concept which moves in 1, 2, 3, or if you want to read 0, 1, 2, it is the same thing. Okay, and this tree, moving in 3 steps, it's present in almost everything, and it is across the whole crypto market. Okay, having this in mind, we have some scenarios that we have something similar to this. Okay, and just a moment. We do know that some altcoins are not going to make new highs, and some are going to make marginal new highs. This is very important because it is said that we can't predict or forecast exactly which ones are going to do. Some we do know for sure, others we don't yet. But this is a great way to properly understand, for example, tokens, coins like Flare and Songbird, just for the sake of this example. And some of you guys who are aware of Songbird and Flare development, you will remember that we have something like this. Okay, so for example, Flare back in the day, we had only the IOU. IOU? Yes, I think so. And some people will say it doesn't have value, but it holds a reference, which is important because it is in a range, and that range tells a story. Okay, and today we do know that the previous range reflects the range we are today, so they are connected. You may say there is no value, it's fair, but it has a connection, same range, same realm. Let's just speculate this is a Flare back in the day. We had the IOU, it went up, I don't remember exactly to how much. 150, $2. And then we had some top development, which I shared back in the day, also the targets, and we went down. We nailed that one. The thing right now is Songbird and Flare are to go up, and both have a similar behavior like XRP inverted, which is the correlation with ounce, gold ounce. Okay, so now the question is, we are going to jump into all those charts. Just give me a second because I want you guys to properly understand. There is a lot of people who are not familiar with technical analysis, technical terms, so we try to break this down in a way that everybody can follow up. Okay. Flare and Songbird are going up, and there is a lot of questions like which one, or both, or none, they are going for new highs or they are going for a lower high. This we don't know yet, because once it breaks, leave the bottom reversal, we will measure strength, and then we will have a idea based on the first 2 or 3 legs. That's the way. Okay. Just a moment. There is a guy hammering something in the background. Oh, what a time. So, again, we are going to new highs, or are we just going for lower high? I don't think so. We are going to see, let's say, a lower, it's possible, but I don't see how it can happen. A lower high on Songbird and Flare could be a big trouble in the future ahead, because we do know there are some bad events that are going to unfold soon. So if those coins and tokens make a marginal move, marginal gains, they are going to end up hurt probably more than it should. Okay, so that's my only concern, one of the things that we are trying to properly understand. All this being said, let's start with, so we already talked about XRP. XLM is in the same scenario, as you guys know. We don't have a lot of data. Okay, this one is fair. So XLM is in the same league as XRP. It is just the same. Okay, so looking good, looking fantastic. Battle of Midway development, soon to resume the bull break. Now we have to take a quick look on XDC. That's when things are going to not here. We want more candles. I don't remember which one it is. Next, yes, perfect. Okay, so now we are going to go straight into what matters. Okay, did you guys notice that we have sideways development in many coins and tokens, especially the ones who haven't break out yet right now? So XDC, it is just another example. I made a full analysis and breakdown in the Champions Club before buying XDC when we were in 2 cents not long ago. And the thing is that XDC is mimicking Ethereum back in the day. Okay, so we caught it, we saw it, and then we jumped into to make a move. So looking great so far. The thing is, there are multiple ways that things can develop sideways. For example, we can have a high here. We can develop into a ascending mode or symmetrical mode, or like this one here that it stays below the 50% if you measure Fibonacci right here. So it is something like this. Okay, below 50%, it appears to be weakness, appears to be bearish, but in reality it is not. Okay, and this is very key to all these charts that we are about to see and comment. Okay, so right here, I really hope you guys can see this properly, because To me, it's big enough, but maybe if you're watching on your smartphone or in small screen, maybe you're not going to see the details, so I will just zoom in just a little bit. So we have here 2 sets of pivots properly developed, 2 sets. What does it mean? That we have the first set, then we have the second one. You remember what I just said about the tree pattern moving in trees? Many times in the past, we didn't had the 3 steps or the 3 sets of pivots before development, and we are going to see some examples just in a few minutes. One of the things that I notice is the market, please forgive me folks, the markets adapted to our strategy, which was a big winner, okay? And I'm not going to break this down, but we had a trading setup. So the markets learned about it and adapted. So right now for quite some months, we've been dealing with it and try to make sense about it. And so we came up with something, the market is trying to counter us, and now we are going to counter the market again. So that's what we're trying to do, okay? So the 2 sets of pivots are probably not going to make a third. What does it mean? It probably means that we are short in time. There will be not enough room for another set before going up. In other words, things are just about to take off. Okay, there is one example in Poly, if I'm not wrong. Flare, Songbird. Yeah, so we are going to just take a look. And so what I want you guys to, so let me make this in a different way, maybe a better visual representation can make this more clear. So another set of pivots here would bring sideways development to maybe August 2025, June, July, May. So it is quite extended into the future, right? Because always remember, the column on the right, we measure price. The one below, we measure time. So that's the idea. It is not just price that we measure here, okay? So with this being said, based on the time correlation that we've been talking for all this time, and I always said since day one, my countdown, my personal countdown starts once the Fed pivot. And the Fed pivot came in September, if I'm not wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I really don't remember. So basically, we are, if it is 12 months, we are counting 12 September 2025, which will be the year of the fiscal year 25, 24. Yes, it is going to end, then start a new one. So there are many important things to account. Back to the structure. In my opinion, again, we don't have enough time for more development, so things are just about to take off, and people will be shocked because there's a lot of people expecting things that aren't real, or that there is no technical fundamental basis background to make such a call. And so with all of this, once price starts to go up, those people will be more and more bearish. You see, it is a psychological behavior of people who are wrong and can't realize what is going on. So that they have a problem that they can fix, so they can move forward. Okay, and trust me, I learned this. I had a similar experience back in the day. Thank God it only happened one time and it was enough for me to learn. So this was a also another game changer in my life in the markets. So XDC, in my opinion, it is just about to take off. Maybe it can happen in 2 steps, not only for XDC, okay? We are reading broad crypto altcoins behavior. Can happen in 2 steps, but it is likely to see a small, a brief stop. It is possible. I'm not saying it is going to happen because there is no way to predict the first behavior after the break from the structure, not from a bull break the previous high. So maybe there is a brief stop on 8 cents and 13 because it's the last range that holds value. It is the same rule that we talked for XRP. And then just go. So now let's go into so many things to track here, folks. Just a second, I'm completely lost. Algorand. I don't remember the tag. Yes. Oh, it's here. Okay, that's great. So this one I shared yesterday, if I'm not wrong. Excuse me. This is a challenging scenario because we have little data, little story, and little story can tell way too much, but we have a raw idea, let's say here. And it is quite the same scenario, or very, very similar to XDC and many, many others. And I'm going to show to you right now. So first thing, I said that this is not a forecast. This is just a idea, okay, of possible scenarios in my view. It doesn't mean they are going to happen. This is not a call and not a forecast. So even if I end up right about this in the future, as a historical fact, okay, but it is not going to count as a I said so. I made the call, okay? So no, not going to happen. This being said, the blue zone here is the first, let's say, target or brief stop for the break on this bottom, the reversal structure right here, which if you guys just paid attention, it is exactly or almost very similar to the XDC that we just talked about. Okay, the same rules and fundamentals that I applied in my analysis on XDC are the same here. Okay, it's a bottom development structure, continuation structure, which is going to break up. I am almost 100% sure about it. It would take like a complete disaster or something very, very unexpected to change phase. Okay, so right now that I'm recording, based on what I can see, without a surprise, I'm 100% sure, 100%. So Algorand is going to break from its pattern. What is the pattern? Some people may call it a W bottom. Some people may call a double bottom, or let's say any sideways continuation pattern. Doesn't matter. And again, folks, the most important thing here is patterns. For example, like a double bottom alone, it doesn't mean anything. Okay, so it is likely to be happening because the market is about to be ready. It's not the other way around. Okay, so how many times over and over and over we have been observing and watching bullish structures breaking bearish, and bearish ones breaking bullish. Last September, you guys remember when the harvest season video, Bitcoin had a massive head and shoulders. And I've been saying for a while, folks, this is a bear trap and Bitcoin are going to break bullish. And it did it. We were 100% right and in advance. Okay, so right now in my opinion, this is my opinion, there is no room for fakes, okay? Because things are overextended, as you guys could see in XRP, XLM, and they are looking good. And we don't have a lot more time for more development. There are many ways to explain this. One is, if we keep at such levels for a long period of time, it creates buy opportunity because people will start to get educated about it. So of course, we are going to have people who will be saying that a bullish structure is bearish. Along the way, all the way to the top, we are going to see it. But those small group of people, let's say 5, 7%, 10%, that are willing to learn and understand, or let's say follow the right source or the right person that really understand what they are talking about, they are going to start making moves. For example, it is going to buy XTC or going to buy Algorand or XRP, XLM, whatever. So more weight leads to more opportunity. And the market doesn't want people to have more opportunity. They want people to be punished and make bad mistakes. Okay? So right now we have this eternal war. This is never going to change. And the odds on both sides will also never be the same, 50-50. Will never, okay? So we will always have more zigzag stuff than reality, what is real, okay? So, all this being said about Algo, so I said that the first, probably a brief stop around, it's 80 cents. The key level here is 89. Okay, and then maybe just you going to blast the roof. Okay, if I'm not wrong, I shared a more accurate, a better, more solid analysis on Twitter. Okay, you guys feel free to check it out. Right now we have. It is not Matic. It seems it changed the name. I really don't know. Is this it? Oh dear Lord, where are you? Just a second, folks. I will try to. And I hope there is no sensitive information on it. I really hope. Just a second, folks. Okay, folks, please forgive me. I had to pause the video because I was really struggling to find the Polygon. So, here we have the very scenario that I talked about on Twitter. Here we have the first stage, then we have the Battle of Midway, and now we are going into price discovery. Okay. I mentioned some numbers on Twitter. I also said this is it's a challenge. Okay, because it is very interesting scenario. So let me just show you guys here a correlation among time and pivots. Okay, when we take a look back in the day here, we had multiple ways to check this out. Okay, but I'm going to be very try to be as clear as possible. We have two sets of pivots that are clear right here, two sets. We could consider this one if we didn't had this leg right here. Okay, so one way or the other, they would be valid. But straight into the fundamentals, officially, two sets. Okay. After these two sets, we broke up. Okay, it is 292x, if I'm not wrong, from the low to the top. I did some math here. I shared on Twitter. Feel free to take a look. No, this, it has to be close. Okay, so here in between, we also had, pay attention to this, this is very, very important. We also had the very beginning, the Battle of Midway, and now we are ready. So again, let's do this one more time. And this is not something that I'm making up. You guys who've been following me for a longer time, and also people in the Champions Club, they know exactly what I'm talking about. This is aligned with multiple things. So the very beginning, Battle of Midway, soon we will go. Now I want you guys to take a look in this scenario right here, the one in between. It holds a big detail here. We have the top, then we had a bearish continuation structure right here, and it broke bearish. The target's probably... No, the target's played out marginally. It's traded back inside the empty week, which is something that we've been talking about for over a year, the importance of measuring this. Okay, so, and now we had the lowest section here. So what do we have? We have the beginning, the Battle of Midway, and now the bottom. Okay. Now the set of pivots. Once again, 1, 2, 1, and 2. And another set, or more sideways development or continuation, in my opinion, it's off, completely off. Very, very unlikely to happen because we have a short time frame for the markets to do what they have to do. Okay, so going sideways for longer would, let's say, cut in half or short this bullish development lifetime or length. So that's why I believe we are just at the door. It is very, very close, probably. So there is no way to call this exactly like trying to nail. But I would say maybe next month, maybe December. January and February are tricky, we do know. So we still have to pay attention here. Okay, so guys, I believe this one here on Polygon, it's clear. Okay, the pattern is a little bit different from, for example, XDC, but the bigger idea or the view is still the same. There is no change. It is bullish. So even with bearish development in between, it's still bullish because the bigger thing, it's bullish. So having bearish development in between is what makes corrections, not changes in trend or what people is always talking about. It's a bull bear. Oh, it's a bear market. It's a bull market. Oh, it's bullish. No, the trend never changes. For example, the dollar is in a bearish trend for long period of time. Long. Dow Jones, stocks, crypto, everything else, precious metals, all of them are in a bullish trend, which is highly unlikely to change. Okay, so the next one that we have is please forgive me, folks. GLM. I shared this on YouTube, Patreon, way in advance. When I shared, we were right here. So it already went up and it is about to go very soon. It is very similar to XRP. No, it is not. But it is great. It has a macro picture, all the 3 sets of pivots, which is fantastic. And it is looking great, fantastic. Okay, so I also shared some targets, a target range. You guys can go and take a look. Okay, so from everything that we could see so far, we have things aligned one way or the other, but they are in continuation mode. They are almost ready to just take off to go. Okay, so we are very, very, very close. What is the next? XMR, which is Monero. This one I also shared in advance weeks and weeks ago. If I'm not wrong, I shared on YouTube, on Patreon maybe. I don't remember exactly. So this is the forecast, possible numbers for Monero. Monero have only 2 sets of pivots, 2 sets. In a way, I'm not saying it is the same thing. Please pay attention. In a way, it reminds XLM. In a way, okay, because this development right here could be read by some people as bearish, but it is not. It's bullish. Okay, so we have 2 sets of pivots, a big higher low, and buying time with sideways consolidation, continuation that leads to consolidation before breaking from this smaller structure right here. So the first step, breaking from this structure, then breaking from the ascending structure that it's probably going to print. So we have one structure to break, possible the second one before new highs. Then after breaking each single one, we have the bull break. Monero is looking good so far, but GLM, in my opinion, it's looking better. What do we have right now? It's Flare. Flare, just a second, folks. Okay, so by any chance we have from B-True? Yes, we have. This is beautiful. This is fantastic. Everything that I needed. So I have to update my my flare chart, because the one I'm using right now is the one that only account this picture right here. I do know, we just talking about $2, right? 218 or so. But it is very important that I have to update this. Do you remember the example that I gave to you on XRP inverted? This is XRP, right? And then when we flip, we have something similar like this. And it is also similar to Algorand, if I'm not wrong. Let's take a look. Yes, it is. Not similar with GLM, but it's also similar, almost the same thing as Songbird, okay? This is very important, folks. The question that I asked you guys before still is valid right now and for quite some time ahead. So we have right here, right now, bottom development structure. It is looking fantastic. In my humble opinion, there is no room for further sideways development, okay? So let's make this visual for you guys to see. Just a second, folks. Okay, so looking at first, your memory will show you that this could be could develop as a ascending triangle, or a, let's say, just a tightening pattern. And your memory also are going to tell you there is possible or likely that it can keep developing for more time. So learning about patterns and structures, it's very important. But once you are, let's say, trading or investing, that you have an interest on the thing that you are, looking, try to understand. It is when you are, please forgive me, folks. I slept on a few hours this night. I am completely tired. So one thing is to have things in your memory. The other is when you are involved in those things, because two events will deliver different results. Okay, so only knowing, like you just read a book, okay, you will have, if you have a good memory, you will remember all the patterns. Okay, this is great. But when playing and being involved, the other side is the one that you will start to see things developing in a different way than the way that you learn it in the book. You see? So you will have what your mind knows and trusts, and you are going to see something totally different that maybe is the first time you're seeing. So that's when you have a shock on your reality. Okay? And this, folks, sadly, there will be a lot of people in the markets who will never understand because they don't participate. Perhaps it is just for amusement, perhaps just for views. I don't know what is the idea. Really don't care. But it's two different realms. Okay, totally different thing. So moving ahead, what is going to be the first target for flare breaking from the current structure? This is the first clue, and as I said many times before, we have to do this one step at a time because things develop one step at a time. Okay, so trying to just go straight into the future, especially with zigzag things, it's the path to damnation. So a quick way to try to look at it, of course we have other methods. For example, I do know that this number, it is not the one that we have in mind, but it is going to happen one way or the other. So if I'm not wrong, it is 32 cents. If I'm not wrong, folks, whatever, it doesn't matter. Breaking from here, it is going to take us into the 30 cents range, maybe even higher. Okay, so just like XRP has, also like XLM, have two key bosses to be taken out. 196,331. Flare is in the same fight. First Flare has to take out 70 cents, 1657, and then 2.25. Okay, so going from one, so Flare went below 1 cent. Okay, so let's say 1 cent. Going from 1 cent to $2.20, it is insane. So the point that I want to bring here right now is, once again, because looking at it, it is going to give you a totally different perspective. We are going for a lower high, which is going to be nuts, and it is definitely most likely to happen. I'm not saying new highs can happen. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. If we are going to new highs, and I do believe it is possible, we are going to end up with a solid new waters. It's price discovery, yeah, with a decent price discovery way ahead 2.25, or it is going to be like a marginal new high. Okay, so those are two very important questions because Cardano, on the first run in 2017, I was trading. I remember it was that on Bittrex. Amazing days. I still remember like it was yesterday. So Cardano had insane gains, and then was only one of the few that had a 100% more correction, and then went straight into the new highs, but made a marginal new high. So this is a could be, it is a problem. So it is going to be for flare. I don't know. I'm only telling you about what we do know from structures and what we do remember from experience from those structures and developments and etc. So what we are doing here is very, very advanced already. Okay, so we are talking about 1-2 years ahead. So this is not a beginners or rook stuff. Okay, so by talking about all those scenarios and the way they can develop it, is not trying to nail. It is just to try to have a better understanding, because when it comes to happen, and when we reach that day, we will have a much better understanding. So this is the vital, the core on technical analysis. That's what we want, to have a better idea, because we will never have 100% a scenario. To be honest, I have it right now. Right now, I have 100%. So it is true that we may have in the future, okay? But some things that we don't want to constantly use is the 100% I know, and it is not going to happen. Please don't do this because it can bring big shame. So right now, let's move. So I'm going to make a solo video for Flare and Songbird very soon. So hold tight. And now, Songbird. Do we have? I think we don't. Okay, be true. Yes, fantastic. This is incredible. I also have to update my Songbird chart based on this one right here. It's something that I have to do ASAP. We have almost the same scenario that we had for XDC, Algorand, Algorand, Flare, yeah, and many others. Two sets of pivots. Right now, it is what we have, and also we have a bottom reversal structure. Not here. Yeah. What the heck I am doing? Okay. At first, you may say, whoa, it is a resistance level. No, it is not a resistance level. There is no such a thing here. What we do have is a bottom reversal structure that have two sets of pivots, and both are very, very overextended. And I'm going to show you right now. Just give me a second, folks. I have to... Okay, Bitcoin is going down just a little bit. So two sets of pivots. You see that the lines are very, very, they are bent. It means it is not like aggressive. It is just overextended. It is not bad or great. It is what it is. And right now, Songbird, just like Flare, it is almost in this very same boat that all those other coins and tokens are. Some are closer, others are on the way. For example, Flare and Songbird are a little bit behind, but they are almost there, and this is great. Okay, so we have this picture in the first target for Songbird. Folks, I don't really remember. I will have to take a look into my chart, but let's just just a raw idea. This is not accurate, as I explained it to you guys before. The number that we have here is 11 cents, but the key level here is 8 cents and 13 cents. So 11, 8, 8 is below, so it is probably going to be a breach. It is not enough, folks. This is way too close. Even the target is close, so I can agree on what I'm seeing here because, in my humble opinion, there is a big chance for probably to be above 13, or maybe it can develop in 2 stages. So just for you guys to have an idea, just a second. When we look here, it feels that is very close to the previous top, right? But it is not, folks. It is far, far away. It is 1 cent against 90 cents. Okay, so risk reward wise, or a ratio, what we could consider here is just like the other exercise that we did. From 1 cent to 90 cents, it is almost our 90x, which is insane. Completely mind-blowing stuff. And it is the same question that we have on Flare. We are going to see new highs, or we are just going for lower high. And right now, to be honest, there is no way to measure this because we can't measure a strength that we can see. That's why we gotta wait to see the break, this structure break, to look at its strength. That then we will start to have a much better idea. We don't know if it is going to happen in a Elliott waves way or in a ascending, grinding structure. So there are multiple ways, and we don't know yet. But I think it is not something that I believe. I think in the realm of probabilities and odds, and that Songbird is likely to have a big move, a big impulsive move, especially on the very beginning, especially. So yeah, so it is something that we still have to measure. That there is, even if we think about it, try to remember other scenarios, because every time I make a brief stop, I stop speaking, talking, and I'm accessing my memory, trying to figure out a scenario or two, maybe something that happened before that can give a better idea. Okay, so it is just one way trying to access memory. Okay, so folks, this is it. We are just at the door, and I don't think we are going to have too much time. Okay, so that's why I decided to rush this video to record this video in this rush mode. So we still have some time, not a lot, but some. Better have some something than nothing, right? Yeah. So folks, I really believe this video can help you somehow. Maybe you can plan, or if you were planning to do something, maybe this can help you to to just do your thing. Always remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing what I see, what I'm doing, what I'm expecting, and my analysis in the markets in general. Okay, so yeah, folks, please don't forget to smash the like button, share, subscribe, call the neighbor to see, bring the cat, the dog, the whole family, friends, everybody, because we do know we are not going to reach a lot of people, but maybe we can reach some people, and those people can benefit from what is going to happen. Okay, so thanks for your time, thanks for your support, thanks for your patience, thanks for all the kind messages. You guys are really fantastic, and I will see you guys soon. See ya.